Hey, welcome to the Mortgage Minute for third week in June. Lots going on. We're going to go a whirlwind tour of what's been going on in the last 2 weeks in the financial papers, report on business, etc. First of all, one of the things you're going to start hearing again, it's going to sound like 2008, 2009 all over again. Anatomy of a debt crisis. Once again, Greece is hitting the headlines because people are wondering what's the impact going to be if there's what do they call it? The Grexit, the Greek exit out of the European Union. Look for more of that to come. Meanwhile, last time we spoke, we talked about the Fed in the United States might be raising rates, but they put the brakes on it this past week. Fed's put brakes on countdown to rate hike. This is very interesting. We're going to watch this very closely over the next couple of weeks because it's interesting. The Feds have put the brakes on because they don't think there's enough economic stimulus. Again, look at Greece and what's happening in the European markets is going to impact how and when the Feds raise rates south of the border, which, as you know, will impact rates rising on this side of the border. What's interesting is the market's reaction to that. Not the mortgage market, but the stock market. Here's one article said, no clear answer on what the rate hike will bring. Below that it says, looming rate increase expected and era of low financing costs. So it's interesting. In the same week we see the Fed is putting brakes on rate hikes. We also see the economists and the markets are saying, yeah, maybe for now, but we don't believe you. We're expecting more rate hikes to come in the future. Shifting gears here a little bit, one of the things we touched on last week in the Mortgage Minute was talking about financial literacy. I'd really encourage you, this is a sweet spot, a hot topic for me because I think financial literacy is majorly lacking in the high schools. And I was really excited to see the Globe and Mail has created financial literacy series. So I would encourage you to go to theglobeandmail.com and check out Rob Carrick's report on business. And here's an interview with one of the top professors at the university about financial literacy. Really encourage you to look this up, Google it, and learn more. There was also a financial fitness test for parents. Well, if you've got the courage to do so, I'd encourage you to take this test. It's 10 questions that'll test your skill and level of financial literacy on how you're parenting your children to succeed in this world financially. On that note, let's skip from children to people who are looking at retirement. Here's a couple articles saying save more or save longer to retire. Bottom line is lower expectations. These low interest rates we've enjoyed as real estate investors with our mortgages are impacting retirees' portfolios. And here's an article, should retirees stay put or sell their home and rent? So people are now facing different obstacles, different questions, challenges when it comes to retirement. Here's an article, time to get real about retirement planning. You know, the whole thing about, wouldn't it be great, I just can't wait till my golden years. Well, some of those golden years, people are getting there and finding it's not so golden because they haven't been planning. They haven't been putting the money away, and they haven't been getting the returns they want. They haven't been managing their financial planners, their money managers, and they're a little disappointed. You know, I've been working with a lot of individuals throughout the country over the past number of months, and it's amazing. I always sit down, and when I do my plan, saying, here's where you are today. Where do you see yourself in 5, 10, 15 years? If you're planning to retire, how are you replacing today's income? So it's time to get real, especially if you're between 45 and 55. I really encourage you to book a consultation and analyze your options throughout the full range of spectrum, whether that's in real estate, private equity, or the stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. It's time to analyze what you're doing, how you're investing, and more importantly, what results you're getting. And lastly, here's house resales climbed a 5-year high. No surprise here. Vancouver and Toronto lead the way. Home prices are continuing to rise. That means a lot of people are sitting on record amount of home equity. Might be a time to analyze how you're utilizing that home equity. And the last thing I want to finish on is on that footnote of home equity. Here's a great article, take advantage of early mortgage renewal. You know what? Mortgage rates are at historic lows. We just talked about the fact that eventually rates are going to go up. Now's the time to look at your mortgage and say, is this a time to take advantage of these historically low rates, have an early renewal, at the very least, analyze the numbers. So if you're in that situation, give me a call, send me an email. We will do a complete free analysis of both your current mortgage, what your rate is, what it would cost to break that mortgage, the money you would save if you renewed early at today's historically low interest rates. And while we're at it, we're also going to take a look at your RSPs for you to make sure you're optimizing your RSPs for that retirement so that you can enjoy your golden years. Folks, that's the Mortgage Minute for this week. I look forward to seeing you soon. Please send me an email and book a free consultation. Thanks.